What is up, guys, and welcome to another episode of the Bull Rush Live. I just wanted to welcome oh, sorry, little echo. There you go. Jeez, I came up strong there. I just wanted to welcome all 179,604 active Bull Rush traders. How is everybody doing? It's a beautiful, beautiful Friday. We got non-farm payroll today, so we're going to pull that up here in just a sec. It should be coming up here in about a minute. Actually, let's just get right into it. Let me know in the chat what you guys think the non-farm payroll is going to be this right now. I think the average or the expected is 60K. Previous is 56K. Or sorry, the revised one is 64K from last month. So 60K. Let's see what the it actually just came. You see how fast non-farm you see how fast New Squawk is? That is insane. The second it turned 8:30, the second Jerome Powell said those words, it accumulated, it popped up there. So 50,000, little bit less than what we expected. We expected 60K, not too good, but based off of looking at all the markets and everything, you know, it makes sense. I expect it. What do you guys think about this? Now, let's hop into our non-farm payroll. Let's just get right into it and see what happened in the first few seconds here of our non-farm payroll competition. You guys know we run this every first Friday of the month. Of course, New Squawk, the sponsor of this competition, are the ones who provide this amazing news, and they provide it so fast. I mean, like you guys saw, it literally, the clock down here turned 8 to 8:30, and it was instantly populated. You go on any of these other sites, I don't want to name them, but you know, it could take 30 seconds, a minute, maybe even 2 minutes. Not on New Squawk. New Squawk, they got some magic going on where they get it instantly. Now, New Squawk competition, you want access to this, you can either get your own membership, or you should still be able to join this. You have another 58 minutes to compete. First place here is going to get a 6-month subscription to New Squawk. Second place is going to get a 3-month subscription. Same as third place, and then 4th through 10th place are all going to get 1-month subscriptions to New Squawk. Let's go. We already showed these comments here earlier while we were waiting for the show to start. But what is up, Biggie 555 non-farm payroll, baby? What do you think about the 50K number there, Biggie? And then, of course, we got the GOAT Master Chairs for Best here in the chat. Good morning, BullRush fam. It's a great privilege to be back today. It's a pleasure to see you. Hi, bro, Davin. A sea of fundamentals this morning with non-farm. And he is not wrong. There is a sea of fundamentals here in our Discord. If anybody checked out, anybody checked out our Discord here, let me pull it up so you guys can see. Whoop, yep, sorry, thought you guys were seeing it. We got Master Chairs for Best in here every week, giving the best analysis here, giving the best breakdowns of what's happening in the news here, talking about some it's amazing billions, some Trump tweets. I don't have a good Trump impression. And of course, you know, some Iranian news, lots of interesting things happening. Look at this analysis. 1, 2, 3. I mean, you're not going to get this anywhere else for free. This is our Discord, the BullRush Discord. It is one of the fastest growing Discords. And I mean, you're going to get information here that you're paying for in other Discords, you know, $100, $200 a month. We got all of our, I'm not going to go through all the news channels, but we got all different kinds of news channels regarding sports, Forex news channels, crypto news channels. And fun fact, a lot of the news I get for this exact show, I get from our Discord. So hop in there. I'll show you real quick one of them. So yeah, I mean, this is just from last night, from between last night and now. We got a ton of ton of news in here. Of course, customer service. You can always reach out to us on there, on Discord, and get any of your customer service issues fixed. And of course, we got trade discussions. Everybody's always talking about their trades, what they're doing, what's working, what's not, and you can learn a lot from here. But without further ado, let's get back. You guys know I get distracted easily. Let's get back to non-farm payroll. Loving it. Are you trading in the non-farm payroll competition, Biggie? Let me know. I'm curious if anybody here in the chat is trading. Have you emailed? You said you've been waiting on a withdrawal since Tuesday. Have you emailed support at bullrush.com? If you email support at bullrush.com, they will help you. Typically, unless there's an issue either on our end or your end, all withdrawals are done within a few hours, definitely within 24 hours. So make sure you email them. You should get a response and open up a ticket. Like I was just saying earlier in the live chat, if you want to get faster responses, we have multiple ways to reaching out. We have the Discord, so you can open up a ticket in our Discord, and the live chat. Those are probably the fastest ways to get a response regarding your withdrawal. But of course, I don't want to handle that on the live stream here and give away your personal information here. So do those things, and I guarantee you, you're gonna get that figured out in the next few minutes here. But without further ado, let's give this a little refresh and see what's been happening in the non-farm payroll in the first 6 minutes. So just so you know, I believe this opens up 8:29. So it opens up 1 minute before the news comes out. What's up, chapter? Always good to see you too. Another goat of the BullRush family. Let's hit a little refresh here and see what's new. Oh my God, let's go. We got King Zahir in first place with 3.88% returns. No closed trade, so we can't see what he traded, but of course we'll hop back in here and check that out and see what he traded once he has a closed trade. Second place, we got Kizito at 3.81%, only 0.07% behind from first place. In third place, we got Notice. I like that one. Notice. He's in line for that 3-month subscription, and he's at 3.30% and only 0.057% behind. This is very interesting when you look at this. I mean, when you close these up, so we got the top 3 people are less than 1% away from each other. And I mean, the top 10 is all within 5%. So this is anyone's game at this point. We still got 53 minutes left. Of course, we'll hop back in here and check that out here in just a moment. But yes, very, very, very interesting. Let me know. Do you guys want me to keep the live chat up here in the corner, or do you want me to just pop the live chats up as they come in like this? You guys run the show here. I'm just on camera, so let me know what you guys like better. Just as a quick reminder before we get into the meat and potatoes of today's show, I mean, we got a lot of really great news that we're going to talk about. Some big things in crypto, some big things in Forex. I mean, crypto markets have been going absolutely insane. So have the Forex markets, between things that happened in Venezuela, where we got the dictator. Sorry, I'm blanking on Maduro. We got the Maduro. The U.S. By the way, I'm based in the U.S. So when I say we, the U.S. So of course that has affected oil. I know there's been lots of fluctuations in WTI. So we're going to talk about the outlook, a poll outlook from a bunch of Forex analysts on what they think the outlook of 2026 will be. We're going to give an update of India's Forex reserves because they had a big fall in the beginning of 2026 already. We're going to break down a silver price forecast just because silver has been absolutely booming. I think out of most of the assets out there trading, I saw something that it is one of the best assets that you could have invested in at the beginning of 2025. I think altogether it had like 56 or just under 60% returns year to date from the beginning of 2025 to the end. So that's a really great asset. So right now it's about $77. So we're going to give you an update on that and how that looks in we're in 2026. So how that looks this year, almost said next year. Of course, we're going to talk about Bitcoin, the big daddy of them all. We're going to talk about Bitcoin. It's hovering around 90,000. And we're going to tell you why and what might happen. Also, Ripple secured FCA registration in the UK, which is huge. That just means more institutions are going to be utilizing that network, which, of course, will affect price. We'll tell you exactly how that's going to be affecting price. Oh, I should do this big screen here so you can see me. We're going to tell you exactly how that'll be affecting price and the future, the outlook of Ripple or XRP. And then last but not least, we're going to go back to India and talk about how India crypto exchanges started to register with the FIU to fight crime. I believe it was I'm not going to give the number. We won't tease that, but quite a bit of crypto exchanges have registered with the FIU to fight internet crime, which is very interesting because I know that is a little bit of a hot spot. Love all my Indian people out there. I love India. Really want to go there, but it is a hot spot for a lot of those scams and a lot of scam money is going there. So that's interesting to see how that'll affect the security of crypto, and I think it could increase the market sentiment as far as retail people knowing that their money is more secure, especially with these we know there's millions of crypto scams going on. So we're going to cover all of that and more, maybe give you guys a little giveaway, maybe throw you guys some promo credits if you guys are engaging, and yeah, let me know where you guys are from. I already know Master Chairs for Best where you are. I know we got someone last week that was really close to me there. I think they said they lived in Fort Lauderdale or something like that. As you know, I'm up here. Our office is in Boca. We're back in the office. Last week, I was streaming from my home base, hence the messy background, not the cool brick wall we have now. But let's get right into it. I want to tell you guys about a little bit what's going on here with BullRush. Of course, we got to give you guys the update, what's going, how you can win money, how you can get funded, and what we got for you. Give me 30 seconds here. I just want to pull something up here for you guys real quick. Gotta go through my files. Right there and pop. All right. So first off, before we get into anything, let me show you guys this. So we just got done with our Black Friday sale. If you missed that, do not worry. We have a deal for you still. So right now, you can use code WELCOME to get 30% off all brand new accounts. Remember, we're A-booked. So once you're in level 4, all of your trades will go into the market. Which means that we're not taking the other side of the trade like a lot of other companies. We're putting your trades into the market. So that means that if you make profit, we make profit, 1,000% guaranteed payout. I think the biggest thing that people love about our prop firm is there's really only one way to not get a payout, especially, I mean, if you're profitable, you're going to get a payout. But there's only one way that you won't get paid with BullRush prop, and that's by hitting drawdown. You hit your drawdown. We're not going to cancel your account or deny you a payout for, breaking any rules. There's no rules per se. The only rule is don't hit drawdown. We're not going to hit it for news trading or, you did any of these weird things. As long as you hit your consistency score, which again, if you don't hit your consistency score, it's just going to take you longer to get funded, right? There's no consistency score when in the funded level. So once you're funded, the only way you can lose your account or not get a payout is by hitting drawdown. So make sure you use code WELCOME. All new accounts. So if you've never had an account with us, you can use code WELCOME, get 30% off your first account. If you have had an account with us before, don't worry. We're not forgetting about you. Use code SAVE20 for 20% off, and then code SAVE15 for 15% off. Now we got that out of the way. Without further ado, I'm not going to be selling anymore. But UK Biggie 555. What's up, UK Biggie? Did you go to, by any chance, the London Prop Trading Expo? I was there. We had a BullRush stage. If you were there, you would have seen us there. If not, come to the next London Prop Trading Expo. You should be able to see me there. Then I'd love to meet you. But I love London. I was actually in London for the first time ever last November for the London Prop Trading Expo, and I'll tell you what, man, I had so much fun. I'm gonna see if I can pull up a quick video here from. I'm sorry there. I think there was no sound because I started playing the video. What I was saying was this: we did our first ever training competition up there. This was our championship belt that we gave away for the BullRush London Prop Trading Championship. It was an amazing event. Actually, the gentleman here that I'm gonna show you guys the gentleman, but that's the guy who won that you see in this video. This guy. So this is the guy that won. His name was his user. Okay, so I can tell you his name because his username was exactly like his real name. So usually we only tell you, publicly usernames. But yes, his name was Dan Willis. Great guy out of London, or I think in the UK. I don't know if he was specifically for London. There's your handsome host up there. But yeah, it was really, really great competition. We had 4 people in the finals, so we did a trading competition throughout the entire event from the beginning of the day to the end of the day. The event ended at like 6 p.m., I believe, and we did the final like 1 hour training competition with the final 4 finalists from like 4 to 5 p.m. Then had a nice little award ceremony. I believe this guy won like the winner won like a 50 or $100,000 account. I don't quite remember. Everybody else won like 5 to 10K depending on where they landed in the sorry. Yeah. Yeah, everybody else wants some sort of event, but that really cool. Won't stick on this anymore, but yeah, that was our booth in the background here. Fearless leader Trent right here, and yeah, really really great competition. Of course, our belt, amazing belt. Yeah, you can just kind of look through these pictures here. Where is it? There. Yep. Another. This was D&D trading. If anybody in the UK knows about D&D trading, we also had a specific competition with just the D&D trading team. I don't want to mess up their names, but all very, very nice people. Check out D&D Trading. And yeah, this was another angle of the final competition. We had the live trading charts. These guys were really great. Everybody was really, really great. It was a really close competition. Of course, the competition was on the weekend, so we only look at these nice shoes here. These are my favorite shoes right here, the Jordan Trophy Rooms. Sorry, anybody knows shoes? Those are some but yeah, really, really great competition. Everybody loved it. And if you're in London in November next year, make sure you hop in there and join that competition. Sorry, that was a long little segue there, Biggie. But yeah, shout out to the UK. I love the UK. London was great. I had some fish and chips. I had some beans and mash. Love it. 50K non-farm payroll. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Before we keep going here, let's just hop right back in here in the non-farm, see what the updates here are on the leaderboard. Just curious. All right, first place we got Kits Toe. I believe you were in third place. Oh no. So Notice was in third place. Now you're in second place. Kitso first place with 5.10% returns, and Buddy has not closed a trade, so that is good. We're not going to see a lot of people close trades, I think, until a little bit sooner. I think from what I've noticed, usually I've been doing this for about 2 years now. I think like half the people are just placing as many trades as they can, small trades, and just hoping that they get some gains. The other half of people are placing like 3, 4, 5 big trades, and they're just holding them out throughout. And maybe they'll close one halfway or here and there, but seems like this is the strategy, at least for the top 3 people. So second place, we got Notice up to second, from third to second place with 4.89%, only 0.2% behind from first place. And then we got Gabby Twinkle with 3.42%, a new name. I have never seen Gabby Twinkle, so shout out to Gabby Twinkle. You're in third place. You're getting that 3-month subscription if you stay here. And then just values really quick with these. I believe it's more than $100. I don't exactly remember. I believe it's between $1 to $250, depending on what kind of subscription you get. So a month, that is $1 to $250 a month. So 6 months, that's over $600 value, over 300, over $300 or $400 here, and then even the 1 month, you're getting a couple $100 value for absolutely free. It looks like we've had about 10 people that have already hit drawdown and have been disqualified. So very interesting. So we'll see how that goes. Really quick before we get into the news here, I just wanted to let you guys know about my favorite competition, the Crypto Weekend competition, another free competition. I know you guys love the free competitions. This one, the first place is going to get a $5,000 funded account. I don't know why I went like that. Sorry. $5,000 funded account. That's going to start today at 5 p.m. and run all the way until January 11th, which I believe is Sunday. Correct? Sunday at 5 p.m. as well. So if you don't want to not trade anything over the weekend, whether you trade crypto or you don't trade crypto, this is a great way to just play around, trade some crypto, and worst case scenario, did not mean to open that. Worst case scenario, you learn something, right? Of course, we got our daily competitions every single day of the week, so make sure you hop into that. And then also on January 11th, we have our next weekly competition. That's going to be $4.99 to join. Look, there's only one person in here, so if you join here, you're pretty much going to get your money back. First place gets a 5K account, and then we're giving away a bunch of $5 basic challenges as well. And then last but not least, we got the Battle of the Bulls competition starting on January 12th. Battle of the Bulls. One moment. Starting January 12th. That's everybody loves our tournaments. If you don't know, first round of the tournament, you're split up into 4 groups depending on your skill level. The way we determine your skill level is your XP score here. So, obviously Master Chairs Ford Best will probably be in like group 1, and then Jason over here with 175 XP will probably be in group C or D. After round 1 of the competition, the top 50, top 50% of each group move on to round 2, where then you're split up into 2 groups, and essentially, obviously there, whoever has the highest returns wins. So really, really great. Again, this one's free to join. It's going to last about from the 12th to the 23rd. And the prizes are: first place is going to get a $10,000 funded account, and then second and third place are both going to get $5,000 funded account. So this is a great way. Again, lots of ways if you don't want to spend any money to get in here and become a better trader and to get funded. Again, this is why I love the BullRush system, because whether you're a brand new trader or you're an old trader, there's something for you to do to, one, improve your skills, increase your bankroll, and just become a better trader all in all. There's ways you can practice. And again, oh, Davin, I can go to TradingView or X site and they have a demo account and I can just trade there and practice my strategy. Yeah, but there's no risk. There's no carrot at the end of the on the end of the string leading you somewhere. So like here it's yeah, you could go. We even have our practice arena, which is essentially like any of these other companies' trading accounts. But even with $0, so just like a demo account, you can go into our, Battle of the Bulls competition or Crypto Weekend competition or any of our free competitions and compete. And you know what? If you do well and your strategy does work, now you're funded or you won some money or this, that, and the third. So there's a lot of ways you can improve your skills, win money, win other things with BullRush. Remember, only verifiable A-book prop firm. Again, other people say they're verifiable. If they say they're verifiable, just ask them who their liquidity provider is. Remember, you can use those codes 30% off, save 20, and save 15, and get yourself some discounts on those. Now, let's go to a quick commercial break, about 30-second commercial break. So do not go anywhere. And then we're going to hop right into the news for you. I will be back in it's actually 32. I'm sorry, I lied. 32 seconds. I'll be right back. So let's hop into it.
Imagine trading crypto, Forex, commodities, and more with the best prop firm in the game. No denied payouts, no BS rules, just fast funding and hassle-free withdrawals. Trade with freedom, get paid on time, and finally focus on what matters, winning. Ready to get funded? BullRush is more than a platform. It's your stage to trade, compete, and get funded like never before. Get ready to unleash your potential. Get ready for BullRush. Visit bullrush.com today. Are you in?
Are you in? Also, if you want to do any of those other things like those challenges, I don't think I talked about the challenges, but we also have non-funded challenges where you just win a multiplier. So pay $10. If you hit 10%, you win $30, $50. I think we just posted somebody yesterday. I did the $50 one, won 140. And it's just 2 to 1. So make sure you hop in there and look at that. You can double your money. And if you want to do that and you want to get a $50 one, use that code BRLive and you're going to get a 100% deposit bonus. So you'll put $50 in the system and you'll actually have 100. So that will just work even better. Now, without further ado, you guys are like, shut up, Davin. I don't care about stop selling the prop firms and stuff. Jeez, man. All right, I got you. Let's get right into the news. So first up, a poll shows the soft dollar outlook to persist into 2026. So we start with the US dollar, where the new Reuters poll shows that currency strategists expect continued weakness through 2026. Following nearly a 10% decline in 2025, the greenback's worst annual performance since 2017. Traders are increasingly positioned net short the dollar as the market's price in Federal Reserve rate cuts later this year. While concerns around U.S. fiscal dynamics and uncertainty over future Federal Reserve leadership add to the bearish bias, from a trading perspective, this keeps pressure on the dollar index, with many desks favoring gradual strength in the euro and other major counterparts, unless incoming U.S. data meaningfully challenges the easing narrative. Until that happens, the dollar rallies are likely to be viewed as corrective rather than trend changing. I mean, we've been seeing it all there, especially with hyperinflation. I am fairly bearish on the US dollar. But next up, we're going to be turning to emerging markets. India's foreign exchange reserves fell by 9.8 billion in the first week of 2026, bringing total reserves down to $686 686 billion, a move that has drawn traders' attention early in the year. While India's reserve buffer remains substantial, the drawdown adds a layer of caution around USD INR, particularly as a year start positioning and external flows begin to normalize. From a market standpoint, declining reserves can limit the central bank's room to smooth currency volatility, potentially leaving the rupee more exposed to dollar strength or risk-off sentiment. Traders are now watching whether the reserves stabilize in coming weeks, as that could determine whether recent USD INR pressure extends or begins to consolidate. Again, I think every single week we got some kind of new news coming out of India. But yeah, those. Let me know what you guys think in the comments about that. Next up, we're going to be talking about the big daddy of 2025. Realistically, it's crazy because I talked about silver earlier today, and silver rebounds above 70 almost 77,000, $77. But it's like we've been seeing slight moves at the beginning of the year, but it was mostly gold at the beginning of the year. Remember, gold's been pumping pretty much all year long. Gold was, and then silver was like this silent killer that was just creeping up, and then bow, just boom. Before we get into the silver, actually, let me read the news story, and then I'll tell you the little side note of the news that I was reading the other day here. Let me see if I can pull up the article. I had it on my phone. Oops, sorry. Dang it. Freaking iPhones, man. All taps. I got this new update on my iPhone. I don't understand how this thing works now. Here you go, history. Here you go. All right, let me read the news article, and then I'll read this other side note, which just kind of solidifies my bullish sentiment towards silver. So, and in the commodities and FX cross asset space, silver has rebounded above $77 per ounce, supported by renewed safe haven demand as traders remain cautious ahead of, key U.S. jobs data. The metal is on track for a weekly gain of more than 6%, fueled by ongoing geopolitical tension and uncertainty across global markets. While a stronger U.S. dollar could cap upside in dollar denominational metals, silver's ability to hold above key psychological levels suggests buyers remain active on dips. From a technical standpoint, holding above $77 keeps short-term trend constructive, with traders watching whether momentum can extend higher or if profit-taking emerges once U.S. data is released. And we can check out the chart here right after on silver and see how they reacted. Sorry, what I gotta do. Oh my gosh. This is not my usual keyboard here. It's kind of, all right, here we go. So real quick, let's look at the chart here. So, what is today? January 9th. So yeah, we did get a nice little bump right at the beginning. News came out at 8:30. And right about 8:30, we went from $77.86 to $78. So popped up about $1 from the news event of jobs being low, which is good. I mean, if you're investing in silver, which I think everybody should be, I think that's a very solid thing in general to be investing in. But the other thing I wanted to tell you guys about, which wasn't an official news story here today on the BR Live, but it was something I was reading about last night, and I thought was just kind of solidifies the kind of like technological uses of silver here, and like why, especially with the rise of AI and everything, it'll be huge. So as we know, silver already with regarding to just AI data centers and electric cars and stuff. They're used in high density circuits, data center chips like GPUs and TPUs, battery management systems, power electronics like inverters, charging infrastructure, contact coils, and advanced solid state batteries. So the first half of those and more are all regarding to data centers. The more people use AI, the more data centers will need, the more silver will use. Now, the big one that I really find interesting is Samsung. So Samsung just announced an experimental solid state battery, which utilizes silver carbon composite anode, potentially requiring up to 1 kilo of silver for a 100 kilowatt hour pack, which significantly increases current EVs and a major factor in projected silver demand growth. These high performance batteries promise a 600-mile range and fast charging, making silver a critical component in future electric vehicles. I was reading on here somewhere that, where is it? Yeah, it pretty much it also would increase the charging time for these electric cars to like 20 minutes, and you get 600 mile range, which, you know, on average, I think electric cars right now are doing like 2 to 400. So this is a huge thing, and projections suggest that 20% of new electric cars will start using this battery, or a battery like it. Like, you know, a competitor makes the same exact. Once one person makes it, Tesla is going to make it or something. But they're all going to use 1 kilogram of silver. And if 20% of them use this kind of battery, that could bring up the demand for silver an insane amount. I mean, 1 kilogram of silver. So, uh, here you go. So current EVs right now are using about 25 to 50 grams per car, which is a significant amount less than 1 kilogram. So which is kilo, 1,000 grams. So 25 to 50. Very, very interesting. One second. Yeah. So almost 100x. I mean, that's over 100, a 200x, which is crazy. But yeah, silver prices. I mean, that's just one thing. I mean, imagine if and I think they said they're going to start mass producing those batteries in early 2027. So essentially, if you want to hedge on just that news and how silver's been trading already, then, you know, you can pretty much guarantee silver prices are going to skyrocket in 2027. I think they're going to continue to go up all through 2026, because obviously, if I'm telling you this, a lot of other people already know about it. So I think the price of silver is just going to continue to climb up there. Now let's get into the big daddy of crypto. We'll begin with crypto, which continues to hover, or sorry, oh my gosh. Of course, with talking about crypto, geez, I don't know why I can't talk. What I wanted to say was, since we're talking about crypto next, let's of course begin with Bitcoin, which continues to hover near the critical $90,000 level as traders remain on the sidelines ahead of major macro catalysts. Markets are closely watching upcoming U.S. jobs data and a pending U.S. Supreme Court ruling on which global tariffs, both of which could significantly shift risk sentiment. Price action in Bitcoin has been tight and indecisive signaling balance between buyers and sellers, while Ethereum trades near 3,118, reflecting similar hesitation across majors. From a trading perspective, this kind of compassion around a psychological level often precedes volatility expansion, with a clean break above $90,000 opening the door for momentum continuation, while failure to hold could expose downside liquidity toward recent support zones. Very, very interesting. I don't have any of the crypto charts up right now, but I'll pull them up right after we talk about all of the news. We'll just slide through all the news, and then we'll look at some charts, and we'll end the show. So, in regulatory news, Ripple has secured formal registration with the Financial Conduct Authority in the UK. Or United Kingdom, a major compliance milestone that strengthens XRP's standing in regulated markets. This approval significantly improves Ripple's ability to operate within the UK's financial system and could unlock greater institutional participation in XRP-related products and payment infrastructure. From a market structure standpoint, regulatory clarity tends to reduce headline risk, tighten spreads, and attract longer-term capital, which can help stabilize price action during broader market volatility. Traders are watching whether this development translates into sustained demand rather than short-term speculative spikes. Again, I'm long. XRP is one of the ones that I'm long on. I think XRP will do fine next year. Again, I've been saying it for years. You see people, I literally have been saying this for years. You see all these people say XRP is going to go to $200. We're going to see it at $50 at the end of the year. No, I don't think that's going to happen. I think really conservatively, I think this year we'll see a high of $5. And I think within the next few years, I think we might see $10. And I really don't see XRP going over $25 because, again, it's not a store of wealth. Of course, us retail investors, we're using it as a store of wealth. But I don't think in so retail, what's the opposite of retail now? Dang, I got a brain fart here. I don't think institutions are ever going to use it as a store of wealth. They're going to use Bitcoin, Ethereum, and these other ones for that. I think XRP will just be used as, again, moving money around, banking transactions, stuff like that, payments and processes. And, that's just going to be a lot of buy, sells, buy, sells. So I think the volume is going to drastically increase with the trading of Ripple or XRP, which will of course increase the price. I don't think it'll ever be a store of wealth. So I don't see it at like $50, $100, $200, $300,000 prices like some of these people are saying. I mean, don't get me wrong. If it goes up there, I would love it. I have no problem with that. But realistically, I don't see that happening anytime soon. And then back to my boys in India. 49 crypto exchanges have officially registered with the country's Financial Intelligence Unit, marking a major step toward tighter oversight and enhanced compliance standards. The move strengthens anti-money laundering and counter-terror financing controls, signaling that India's crypto market is shifting toward greater transparency rather than outright restrictions. From a broader market perspective, regulatory alignment like this often reduces systematic risk and increases institutional comfort, like I was saying earlier, even if it limits some short-term speculative activity. Over time, clear compliance frameworks can support deeper liquidity, more reliable on-ramps, and a healthier trading environment for both domestic and global participants. And that's just what I was saying is, yeah, short-term people are gonna be like, oh no, regulation. But I think long-term regulation is good. At the end of the day, one of the biggest things that people don't want to invest in stuff. When I I've done these street interviews. If you check out our YouTube, and we did one on crypto, and it's like, I think I went to a college campus, my old alma mater, FAU, and I was interviewing people about, Bitcoin, asked them trivia questions and stuff, and the amount of kids, right, the amount of people in their, 18, 19, 20, 21 years old that came up to me, and when I was asking about their experiences with crypto, that they were just like, oh, I paid, I bought this thing, or I bought this course, I bought whatever, and I got scammed, I lost $1,000, lost $500, lost. So many people lost money because of two reasons, right? A, lack of education in the space, right? So they bought, they put $1,000 into Bitcoin. When it was at its peak, it crashed $10,000 and they lost, a good amount of their money, right? And they freaked out, sold, and now they locked in that loss, right? I think that's one big thing. And especially that Bitcoin's one thing, right? But you can only lose so much Bitcoin, especially as a young person, because, most young people aren't putting $200,000 in. So a 20% loss with $1,000 is going to be a lot less than if you put $100,000, obviously. Anyways, but where people are really losing money is, they saw some guru or influencer online say like, oh, buy XRP, which again, I'm telling you, don't listen to me. I can't give financial advice. I'm just telling you what I'm doing. But they hear somebody online that's like, you're going to become a millionaire if you invest in XRP, or like Pepe or FWOG or something like that. and they put, $500 into that, and that drops by like 60%. And then now they have, a couple thousand of those coins, they dropped by 60%. A lot of money was lost, right? So it's with those kind of coins, people are losing money. And I think the second thing is straight up scams, people saying like, oh, give us $1,000, we'll invest in crypto for you, or people having their accounts and having their seed phrases leaked, or seed phrases stolen or something, and now their crypto stolen. And just how, because it was so decentralized, there was little regulation. We need decentralized, but we also need regulation. It's a double-edged sword. You need both. So when you have regulation, obviously nobody wants just a wild west of crypto where you could get at any time, you could just get all your money stolen and can't do anything about it. Nobody wants that. So at the end of the day, I think it's a good thing. I think it's a net positive, and I think we're going to see the markets react positively from that, all in all. Again, had a great show. Some non-farm payrolls, about 10,000 less than what we expected. Remember, use this code welcome, 30% off all new accounts. If you've never had a BullRush account before, use code SAVE20, 20% off, and then SAVE15 for 15% off 50, 100, and 200K accounts. My name is Davin. I've had a great time on this show. Appreciate every single one of you who watch. Appreciate every single one of you who participate in our trading competitions and our challenges. Without you, and I appreciate every single one of you who's in our Discord. Buddy who's waiting for the payout, I forgot your name, DJ something. Hopefully, if you still haven't figured it out at the end of this, shoot me a DM on Twitter or just shoot me a DM on Discord. I'll see if I can help you out there. Mr. BullRush on Discord. Had a great time. Again, use those discounts, get funded. Don't forget to trade in the crypto weekend competition starting here in just a little bit. Before we leave, actually, let's do one little quick update in the trading competition, the non-farm payroll trading competition. We got 254 out of 265. So we only lost 2 people since we last did an update here, but I'll do one quick update here. Again, we got 14 minutes left, but we have to go. So first place, 4.75% return. We got Kings here. Where did our other, okay, so the other buddy who was up here, way gone. Second place, he's holding strong in second place, Notice, with 4.15% returns, but only 0.6% away from first. And then we got Joseph King, another legend on BullRush. He's got 3.97% returns, and he's only 0.77% behind from first place. First place still has no closed trades. Second place, GBP USD, and third place trading silver. We were just talking about silver and how amazing it's doing right now. And I mean, you could just see right here, he's got 75% win rate and 3.97% returns in less than an hour here using silver. What? The vital aspect of having financial education is the integrating fundamentals to know why to buy and to sell. True that. True that indeed, Master Terrace Forward best. I think, and that's one last thing before I go. I love you guys in the chat. You guys always bait me into staying a little longer. But on that note, and this is one thing I completely hate, is people selling signals. Not saying you're not going to make money selling signals, but it's like you could teach someone how to make bread, or teach someone how to fish, or you can just give them fish. You give them fish and they'll be fed for a day. You teach them how to fish, they'll be fed for life, right? And that goes exactly with the like selling signals or these discords where people are paying $1,000, $500, hundreds of dollars a month, or even thousands of dollars a month to just copy someone's trades. And it's like, all right, dude, you can only do that for so long, right? Because it's only a matter of time before that person starts becoming unprofitable, or something. I'll give you a hint. A lot of these influencers, what they do is they just go on here and They'll place like a buy and a sell for the same trade and then just post whichever one works on their story. You go in and you find out in their Discord that it's like, oh, somebody that you thought is winning like 90% of the time is actually only winning like 20% of the time. You lose your money. I hear it day after day after day. I'm not saying all Discords are bad or all trading influencers are bad or anything like that. I'm just saying don't follow signals. Don't follow signals. I'm not saying you're not going to make money, but you're not going to become a better trader following signals. Learn the fundamentals, integrate them, just like Master Terrace Ford Best said, is learn when to buy and sell. Buy low, sell high. If you're doing a sell or a short, buy high, sell low. Whatever you want to do, man, just learn. Just take the education. I'm telling you, you might be like, I don't have time. I work at McDonald's or I work at Walmart or I work accounting or marketing or something. I don't have time to learn. Dude, take an hour a day and don't trade. Just for like a month, an hour a day, just learn. And I guarantee you'll have the fundamentals to be able to start trading without having to follow someone's signals. So take the education into your own hands. I think that's one of the biggest things that I see that I hate so much is just signals and these people thinking like I can just follow somebody online and do what they do and I'll instantly become rich. No, you only become rich if you learn. You might make a little bit of money just following what other people doing online, but you're not going to hit that true financial freedom. So take your education in your own hands, trade on BullRush, learn, take advantage of every tool you have. I mean, BullRush is an amazing free tool. I'm not even telling you to buy a challenge. I'm not even telling you to buy into the paid competitions. Take advantage of the free stuff at least just to become a better trader and then buy those things, buy the competitions, buy your challenges, buy your, do all the other things, but just take advantage, learn, whether it's 10 minutes a day, an hour a day, hour every other day. Just take the time to learn. Don't just take the easy way out. There's no easy way to becoming rich. On that, hope you guys had a great stream. I had an amazing stream. I will see you next week, Friday at 8:30 a.m. DM us on BullRush Comp, any topics you want to talk about, any things, ideas you want me to do on this live stream. I'm always open to making things more exciting, spicing things up. I've had a great time. Use those discount codes. Use code BRLive to get a deposit bonus on just our trading competition platform. And I will see you next week.